Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back again with another Q&A. I know I've been doing this quite a bit lately, but I'm still, trying to keep on pumping out content for you guys. So, you know, yeah. And again, I love doing this. So, connect with all of y'all. So, I'm drink to that. So, yep, we're back for tonight. Sent the link to some friends to join, like always. So, you will see some of them hop in. If they do. Had a nice little day off today. Mostly watched movies. But tomorrow I unfortunately have to go back to work. Unfortunately. But it's okay though. It's okay. Let's see. Hey Ethan, what's going on? Says what's a movie you find so bad? What's a movie so bad you find it entertaining to watch? I can name a few examples. Howard the Duck, Highlander, Hulk, and Knights of the Zodiac are the ones that I can really come up with. Vince, what's up, dude? How's it going? Nice. What'd you think? Hey, Jared. Yep. That is coming out. February 27th is going to be a stacked release week because we got Wonka. I think Migration is coming out. And then we got Anyone But You and Dream Scenario and Next Goal Wins. It is going to be a stacked release week on February 27th. Awesome. I'm glad you did, bro. I mean, I loved it too. Saw it opening night in my theater. When it actually came, I saw it then. I absolutely loved it. I think tomorrow, because we're not doing Kick-Ass tomorrow, we're going to do it Saturday now. I'm going to probably go see The Beekeeper again. Either that or I'll see Anyone But You for a second time. But I think for the most part, I'm probably going to see The Beekeeper a second time. Thanks, dude. You're awesome. So. Top Gun Maverick, yeah. I mean, Glenn Powell was great in that movie for sure. I agree with that. But Anyone But You was actually really, really, really fun. Nice. And also, the Oscar nominations came out today. 7 out of the 10 Best Picture nominees I have seen, which are Anatomy of a Fall, Past Lives, The Holdovers, Oppenheimer. So wait, hold on. Past Lives, The Holdovers, Oppenheimer, Barbie, Anatomy of a Fall, Maestro, and Killers of the Flower Moon. I've seen those 7. The only 3 I've not seen are Poor Things, American Fiction, and Zone of Interest. Most excited one honestly, the one I'm most excited to watch out of those 3 that I have not seen is Poor Things, because I am a huge, huge fan of Yorgos Lanthimos. American Fiction looks great too. Haven't really heard much. I haven't really seen much or heard much about Zone of Interest. So all I know is that it's the new film from Jonathan Glazer. That is literally it. That is all I know about Zone of Interest. But I was glad to see Anatomy of a Fall to get into being nominated for Best Picture. I was glad to see Anatomy of a Fall in there. My obvious pick would be Past Lives, but I think the one that would probably take it home is a competition between Oppenheimer and The Holdovers. Those are like the big ones. In all honesty, like those are the really big ones. And if you guys want my personal ranking of from best to worst on those, if you guys don't follow me on Letterboxd, I'll say it now. So best to worst: Past Lives, The Holdovers, Oppenheimer, because let's see, there was also American Fiction, Zone of Interest, Poor Things. I think Anatomy of a Fall. So yeah, Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Barbie. I don't think it deserves to win. I would rather give it to something like Oppenheimer or The Holdovers or Anatomy of a Fall. Because I know for sure that Past Lives will not win it. Even though Past Lives was my favorite movie of last year, I know it's not going to win. Because it only got 2 Oscar nominations for Best Screenplay and Best Picture. That's it. No movie with 2 nominations wins, but usually no movie with only 2 Oscar nominations wins Best Picture. I would like to call a Best Actress snub for Greta Lee for Past Lives. Take out Annette Bening for Niyad and replace her with Greta Lee. I know people are saying Margot Robbie for Barbie. I'm sorry, but give me Greta Lee over Margot Robbie for the nomination. Like, look, I love Margot Robbie as much as everybody else does. But I'm saying as far as performance goes, I'm saying as far like both movie and performance. So I honestly thought that Greta Lee was much better. And plus, Past Lives is just one simple story. It doesn't have to rely on subplots. It only relies on one simple, straightforward story. Yeah. Also, no love for Iron Claw, which I think is criminal. Yeah, I think no love for the Iron Claw is criminal to me. But whatever. The Academy. Oh, hey!
Hey! How'd I get in here?
Zach! Hey, man!
Hey,
So good to see you, man.
yeah, you too. I saw that you sent me a link. I was working on the show for tomorrow, and I was like, yeah, I'll pop on for a little bit with my buddy Luke.
Yeah, but speaking of which, though, I would love to be back on the show soon, man. It's actually been a long time since I've been there for you.
Yeah, 2000 celebration, was that the last time? I think.
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Yeah, we'll have to get you on for sure.
Like seriously, bro, it has been way too long.
Yeah,
Just saying. Oppenheimer got 13 Oscar nominations. Margot Robbie being left out was shocking. Yeah, but as I stated before, I would have given that Oscar nod instead of Annette Bening to Greta Lee, because I think she deserves it more, in my personal opinion.
talking about the Oscars.
Yeah, I was talking about that for a little bit because that's the big topic right now.
Yeah, that's what everyone's talking about. Twitter is ablaze.
But Best Picture though was actually kind of interesting. I mean, some great nominations in there. Like some I'm actually really happy to see, which are obviously Oppenheimer and The Holdovers, which are amazing.
So stoked about that. I'm just
They
pulling up the
also
list because I don't even remember.
Anatomy of a Fall is another one I'm happy to see on the list.
Haven't seen that one yet. Heard it's great.
It's a you know what it is though, right? Like
Yeah, it's
little
like trying to find out what happened to the guy or something like that.
it's a French courtroom drama, basically of a
Yeah.
woman on trial after her husband falls to his death.
Right.
And I'm not going to tell you anything else because that's like literally this much of the plot. Like,
yeah, I got to get on that. I haven't seen a lot of the Best Picture nominations. I've seen Past Lives, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Holdovers, and Barbie.
I know you're not going to watch Poor Things because
Yep.
I know that movie seems like way too much for you.
I looked it up. Probably not going to watch that one. Zone of Interest has my attention, but I hear it's devastating. But
I mean, that's Jonathan Glazer for you.
Yeah.
American Fiction though is the one I've wanted to watch the most. Like,
yeah, I've been hearing great things about that one.
So yeah, that one. Let's see. I've seen. Oh, why did I forget about Maestro? Maestro is actually. I actually really like Maestro.
I never got around to that. Came out during the holiday season, and I just got too busy with family and stuff. Never saw that one.
Bradley Cooper directed that one.
Oh, cool.
So
is that is that him coming off of A Star Is Born, or has he done other stuff? I don't even know.
That's him coming off of A Star Is Born.
Okay, I'd be interested in checking that out.
And he also got nominated with Carey Mulligan. So.
Oh yeah, I see that Best Actress, and he's Best Actor.
Yep, that's correct.
No Zac Efron. I'm so sad about that.
That is a sin. I don't care what y'all say. That is a sin.
Yeah, I can't say I can take anyone off because I haven't seen the performances, but it would have been nice to have seen Zac Efron in there.
let's see. For actor, obviously Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti are in there. Those are like the big front runners to win.
Yep.
Coleman Domingo is in there for Rustin, which I have not seen, but I've heard is not great. Jeffrey Wright is also in there for American Fiction, which I'm actually really happy to see. And
It's
Bradley
kind of
Cooper for Maestro.
it's kind of weird because of how much I love the Holdovers, but I would maybe switch out Zac Efron with Paul Giamatti, only because I love Paul Giamatti in the Holdovers, but I feel like Zac Efron had more weight to carry in his performance in the Iron Claw. That it seems a little
Yeah,
bit more Oscar worthy to me. But I love that Paul Giamatti's in here. But if I had to take someone off that I've actually seen the performance of, it would be Paul Giamatti.
I get that, but I mean, I personally would keep in Paul Giamatti because I
Oh, I'm
think,
stoked he's in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm stoked he's
like,
in
I
it.
know, but I'm just saying, I'm saying, like, out of the ones I've seen, I would keep in Paul Giamatti. Like,
Yeah.
none of the three that I've seen, I would even switch because I loved Bradley Cooper and Maestro, and obviously Cillian Murphy was going to get nominated for Oppenheimer. Like,
Yeah. He's
we
really good.
we knew that already.
He's probably
But
he's the one to win, right? Like that's the front
it's
runner
all
that
it's
everyone.
he's the front runner with Paul Giamatti. Like, they're the
Mm,
front runners to win best actor.
I'd be stoked with either one of those.
Yeah, but I think Rustin is also on Netflix. Same thing with Maestro. But
Yeah, I gotta get on those.
I'll check it out. But I can just probably guarantee you that Coleman Domingo's performance was not Oscar worth. Is not that Oscar worthy like Zac Efron's was for the Iron Claw. Like,
Yeah. Do you think if
I
that
couldn't tell you.
movie, if Zac Efron and the Iron Claw had come out even a month earlier, do you think it would make it? Do you think it just came out too late? Because it came out on the 20th, right, of December?
It came out the exact same weekend as Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So,
Right.
and that was the best one of that entire weekend, dude.
Yes,
Out
it
of four
was.
movies, like, and I mean it, 4 movies that were released in theaters.
What
We
were
had
the
that
four again?
one. We had the Iron Claw, Aquaman, Migration, and Anyone But You.
Right. I saw Migration. It was cute.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
I think it's a lot of fun. Like,
I like the
what sort of
characters.
father would I be if I put my young fowl in harm's way for no reason except for a chance at a Caribbean vacation? Like, I don't care if anybody says it's a duck pun. That's if ducks were able to talk, that is how they would talk. Like,
Yeah.
like if I put my young fowl in harm's way, that's not a pun. That is how ducks would talk. Okay, moving on. But I saw Anyone But You last Friday, and I thought that movie was freaking hilarious.
I heard good things, which is funny because that trailer just got dragged on Twitter for like the longest time, and now I'm hearing really good things about the movie.
Yeah, and I think Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney work really well together. Like, wait, have you seen Easy A or Friends with Benefits?
I've seen Easy A. I think I've seen Friends with Benefits, but is that the one with Justin Timberlake or because there was one that came out very similar? There were two movies that came out very similar to each other. It was Friends with Benefits, and
It's No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits that you're
that's
thinking of.
it.
Friends
Yes.
with Benefits has Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis.
Okay. I think I
And
saw that one. It was a while ago though. That was what 2010,
11.
11. Yeah.
But the reason why I bring those up is because Anyone But You is from the same director as
Oh,
those two
okay.
movies.
Well, I liked Easy A. That one's really good. So
But I mean, obviously, the concept kind of sounds a little ludicrous with that movie. They reunite for a wedding in Australia, and because of the fact that there's a couple problems going on like around that, like, Sydney Sweeney's ex is back. Like, somehow her parents brought him there, and then there's another like love triangle situation going on between Glenn Powell and this other chick that he went out with once, or like a few times at least. So what's the one mature thing that they have to do? Pretend to be a couple.
oh, of course, classic.
But it's like, you know what? That's fine with me because is it familiar? Yes, but that's fine with me. Like,
Yeah, feel like I've seen the movie with that. It sounds like almost like The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. They have to pretend to be a couple.
But I think Anyone But You is a little funnier.
Yeah,
because they go a little bit farther with that one because it's actually rated R. So
yeah,
just saying.
Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I won't. I don't know, but I did hear good things about it.
Ferris, thank you. Still a Michael J. Fox movie was snubbed. That is a great movie.
Oh, is that not? I didn't even look for document. Is it not nominated for documentary?
I don't know. If it's not nominated for documentary, that
Visual
is
effects.
criminal.
Yeah, documentary feature film, 20 Days, Bobby Wine, The Eternal Man. I haven't heard of any of these. To Kill a Tiger. Nope, no still. Oh, that's disappointing.
Screw you, Academy. You're robbing Michael J. Fox.
I mean, as a Michael J. Fox fanatic, I'm disappointed, but I haven't seen any of these, so I can't say for sure that it's a snub.
I'm just saying it. I'm just gonna say it is because I really do not care at this point.
Fair enough.
Zac Efron missing out was a major disappointment. Although Coleman Domingo's Rustin was great, I would switch him out for Zac Efron.
Okay.
There we go.
An opinion from someone who's seen it. Okay, that's good.
Iron Claw was robbed of a Best Picture nomination, but what would you take out?
For Best Picture?
Hot take, I'll take out Barbie.
Dude, I agree with you. I'll take it out.
Zach, this is why you're my best bud. Look, Barbie's good and all, but the message of that film, they just continuously shove it down your throat.
Yeah. Barbie is something I enjoyed in the moment. As I've thought on it, though, I've liked it less and less, to be honest with you.
Dude, same here. I have not watched it since the theater, which should tell you something. But I liked it quite a bit in theaters, but thinking about it more and more, I still think it's a very good film. It's well made, it's well acted, and it's got some good laughs for sure. But there's quite a bit more flaws than people care to admit.
Oh, absolutely. I think when the movie is in Barbie Land, it is thriving. As soon as we get out of Barbie Land, as soon as we get out of Barbie Land, though, I don't like the depiction of the real world. I don't like Will Ferrell and the Mattel stuff. I think it's stupid and weird. I think the tone gets to be all over the place. And I think if you don't have Ryan Gosling as Ken in there, which is really funny to say for the Barbie movie, I don't think it would be a very good movie at all if you didn't have Ryan Gosling in there.
Amen, brother. Amen. I mean, because honestly, with the other Best Picture nominees, like I said, I haven't seen Poor Things, I haven't seen American Fiction, and The Zone of Interest. But if the Iron Claw was actually going to be nominated, I would have switched that one out with Barbie, because maybe because the Iron Claw was actually felt more real.
Yeah.
For one. And it also was a lot more grounded in reality.
You want to talk about switching people out? I would switch out America Ferrera in Best Supporting Actress for Rachel McAdams in a heartbeat.
Are You There, God? It's Me,
Are
Margaret?
You There, God? It's Me, Margaret? Yeah. Rachel McAdams was fantastic. I think she's completely overlooked.
Zach, for some reason, I forgot about that.
And so did the Academy.
I don't think about that because again, that's another movie I've not watched since theaters.
Yep. But it came out so early.
Yeah. I mean, Abby Ryder Fortson, the main girl in the film, has won some awards for it, and it's like, well, why not give her some attention?
Yeah, I agree.
I'd even, again, like I said, since you know what, I would even take out Jodie Foster for Niyad, because her performance was good, not Oscar worthy at all. But I'm trying to think about who I would switch her out with. Because that's the tough part.
I'm stoked to see Divine Joy Randolph in here though for the holdovers.
Bingo.
I hope she wins. I
think she has a good chance of winning, my dude. Just saying, man. She has a really good chance. You know what? I know this one might have came out too early, but I don't care. She deserves it more than Jodie Foster. Viola Davis for Air.
Oh, you know what? Air's kind of snubbed on here, isn't it? I don't think
I don't
Air's
know
on
why
the
it didn't get
Oscars.
nominated for anything. That's stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't see Air on here at all.
because I know I've said for a while that Matt Damon, for most of the year, was actually my favorite. Was actually my favorite performance by a male actor because I loved his turn as Sonny Vaccaro, but also no love for Viola Davis.
Yeah. No, she was really good in Air. That's a good point.
That's why I'm saying, like, I mean, she's definitely more of a supporting role. That's the reason why I'm saying best supporting actress. But it's like, come on, Academy, don't pay attention to that kind of biopic like Niad. Give us a good biopic. Like, pay attention to the good biopic like Air. Like, oh my god. Okay, sorry
Yeah.
about that little tangent, but
That's
I just needed to go over that.
again, I haven't seen the ad, so I can't speak on that. But yeah, it
But
would be cool to see Air somewhere.
what about what else you got for can you pull up the best supporting actor ones?
Supporting actor.
Yeah, because I kind of forgot those ones. I
You
know
got
Robert Downey Jr. for sure. I knew
yeah,
that one.
Robert Downey Jr., Robert De Niro,
De Niro.
Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, which I think is ridiculous, and Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things.
I would have still, even though I still haven't seen Poor Things, but I would still keep in Mark Ruffalo because I mean, it's Mark Ruffalo. He needs an Oscar by this point.
I would put any of the brothers in Iron Claw over Ryan Gosling.
Give me Jeremy Allen White.
Yes. Yes.
Either Jeremy Allen White or Harris Dickinson. Either one would work for me.
Yes.
Actually, Zach, you want a better one? Give me Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers.
Yes.
Give me Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Yeah. I'm not the guy to ask about this because I'm just not big on Barbie, but Ryan Gosling, I think it's ridiculous that he's in this list.
Look, he was great in Barbie. He stole the entire movie, but that's not saying a lot. Like,
yeah. Like I just all the performances in Barbie just feel sitcom acting to me, to be honest with you. They do not feel
I get
Oscar.
that.
They do not feel Oscar at all.
Yeah, because, dude, like, this kid right here, this was his first movie.
Unbelievable.
First movie. And it's that good of a performance.
Yeah.
Fucking, dude. You know what? After we log off tonight, I was gonna watch Freelance starring John Cena, but I've heard nothing but shit about. But I still wanted to give it a try. But I still want to give it a try. You know?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and rewatch The Holdovers because
Have a better night.
Yeah, because the movie day for me, because I had the day off of work, I watched let's see, I'm trying to remember what I watched. I watched a couple Bollywood action movies like Bula and Patan. Those are
cool.
Indian flicks. So, and they were a lot of fun. I enjoyed them. And then I watched the Angel Studios film His Only Son, which was pretty bad.
Oh.
But Sound of Freedom was actually pretty good, though. I like that movie.
I gotta get on Sound of Freedom. It's on Amazon Prime right now. I keep scrolling by. I'm gonna watch that.
But His Only Son is not very good.
No.
There is a good idea in there, and there's some good acting, and some of the cinematography is actually really good. But for the most part, it's not very well made.
Oh.
And I don't know. That's just me.
Fair
then
enough.
I checked out this Blumhouse film on Prime called The Passenger.
How's that?
That wasn't good either. But then I redeemed it all by watching an A24 film that I know that Zach is not for you, like at all. Like I watch like as soon as the first musical sequence happened, I was like, okay, like if I were to talk to Zach about this one, this is not for him. It's a movie called Dix the Musical.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for that.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
But Nathan Lane was the show stealer. Like, because come on now, dude, it's Nathan Lane. Like, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest actors working today, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, maybe I'll check it out even against your word. I don't know. Sometimes I'll do
But
that, and sometimes it's okay.
I thought for sure Beau is Afraid was not going to be for you, but then you somehow liked it a lot, and I was like, dang,
Yeah,
okay.
I enjoyed it. I'm a tricky guy to nail. Some things just work for me, some things don't.
But like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. But also, what did you think of Nathan Lane and Beau is Afraid?
Nathan Lane was part of the couple that took him in, right?
Yep,
Yep. No, I like that whole segment because that also I don't know the actress's name, but Holly from The Office
I think
was
so. Yeah.
in that scene as well. Yeah, I like that whole section. I didn't understand much of it, but I liked it. It
Funnily
was
enough, though,
crazy.
funnily enough, a little fun fact: Nathan Lane actually pointed this out on the Tonight Show. If you guys are Jimmy Fallon fans, he pointed this out when he was talking about Beau is Afraid. That he said that Joaquin could not look him in the eyes directly, otherwise he would laugh. So most of the time, whenever you see Joaquin looking at Nathan Lane, he's only looking at his nose.
Oh, really?
Like I'll send you the video and I'll tell you which mark you need to go to look for that. But that actually was actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to go back
And
to the
by the
to the
way,
movie and see
by
it
the
too.
way, people, that's the better Joaquin Phoenix movie last year. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
no ifs, ands, or buts. It's the truth.
Napoleon wasn't it? We
Good.
got we got best director.
Let's see.
Got
Best director. Let's see. What do we got?
Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. Yorgos Lanthimos. I
Yeah,
probably
Yorgos
butchered that.
Lanthimos.
For Poor Things. Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm pretty sure they just leave a space open for Martin Scorsese every year he makes a movie.
And then they had
And
Justin Trier for
yep,
Anatomy of a Fall.
for Anatomy of the Fall. Yep. Which
I don't know if I have any ones I would switch out, to be honest.
I mean, not that I've seen. Like I've only seen Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon for this, and I think they're very justified.
I mean, did you really think that they were not going to make the list? Like,
No, I expected them. Yeah,
it's come on, Zach, it's obvious.
100%, 100%. They're the only things that I would have put money down on Vegas that were going to be on the list.
Easy. It was cool that Godzilla -1 got nominated in visual effects department,
Yep.
by the way, mind you.
Very well
I'm gonna
deserved.
put my hand up on it. I still have not seen it.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it.
I know. Like everybody and their mother has been screaming at me to watch Godzilla -1, but I'm happy to see that the creator got nominated for visual effects
Yep, it did as
because
well.
the creator is probably in my opinion, the best looking movie I've seen in 2023.
Yep.
It is beautiful. Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy
Yep,
Volume
and
3. Thank
I
you
was
for
about
that
to
one.
say that.
And Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. No, can't call it Part 1 anymore. It's Dead Reckoning.
Yeah, hold on to those Blu-rays. It's gonna become a classic. Getting rid of that Part
I need to
1.
rewatch that one too. I've not watched that one since theaters either.
I watched that like 3 days ago with my family. It holds up. Such a good movie.
That train sequence, bro.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite in the entire franchise.
Zero. Haley Atwell and Tom Cruise just floating around on the train in zero gravity. Like,
Gold. It's so well
my
done.
God. And I don't think Tom Cruise has ever been better in the Mission Impossible franchise with that one. I don't think he's been better.
Yeah, I don't know. He has some really good. I thought he was great in Rogue Nation and Fallout. You might be
But I
right.
felt like there was a little bit more because of the fact that there was more to it. I felt like there was a little bit more of an emotional crux to Dead Reckoning, even though Fallout's better, like in
That's
every way
true.
possible. Fallout's better, but Dead Reckoning had more of an emotional crux to it, especially of the fact that we have this ice cold villain like that they have to take down. Like, and I'm like, well, obviously they didn't because it's obviously leading into the next film, but still, it actually felt like a complete movie. It wasn't like
Yeah, no,
Fast
I
X or
thought they did a
Spider-Man
great
Across the
job with that.
Spider-Verse where they just dick tease you. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm not as high on Across the Spider-Verse as much anymore. Like, I think it's still a great movie, but it's kind of overrated in my opinion.
That's
Like,
fair. That's fair. I still
the
love it.
cliffhanger just gets on my nerves. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
That's fair, dude. I mean, it doesn't ruin the rest of the movie for me. I'm just really looking forward to seeing how they wrap it up. So maybe if they wrap it up horribly, it could have a effect like how The Force Awakens is kind of lesser in my mind now because of how the trilogy went. So maybe that could
yeah.
happen with the cross, but for now I really like it. Speaking of which, we got animated features.
Yeah, but let me read this comment first. Zach and Luke,
Okay.
if Oppenheimer wins Best Picture, do you think Christopher Nolan would feel vindicated after Barbie was the highest grossing movie of 2023?
No.
Probably not.
Dude,
Even if the
Oppenheimer almost made
holdovers
$1
won,
billion.
like, but but here's the thing though, Oppenheimer's the much better movie. I'm saying it. Oppenheimer is much better than Barbie.
But here's the thing too, like Barbie and Oppenheimer, like the directors weren't really at war with each other. Like Christopher Nolan wasn't upset with Barbie making 1.5 billion and his movie making 945 million. His movie was a biopic that was 3 hours long. That movie should have topped in at like maybe 400, 500 million. That movie exceeded everybody's especially Christopher Nolan. So he's over the moon excited with what happened with Oppenheimer. He's fine. If he wins that Oscar, he's just going to be
Yeah,
on top of the
so
world.
you know what? So yeah, that's why I'm saying if that movie wins Best Picture, I am not going to be mad at all. Like because Nolan deserves it, man. He needs a winner.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
shoot
that's
off
all I
my
really got to
couch
say.
like
He
a
needs a winner.
rocket if Holdovers wins Best Picture, Oppenheimer wins Best Picture, or Past Lives wins Best Picture. Any one
I
of
know
those
Past
three.
Lives won't win because it only has 2 nominations.
Yeah. Well, I
which
mean,
makes me sad, but you know what? As long as 2 of my other favorites last year, The Holdovers and Oppenheimer win, I'll be happy.
yeah, that's true.
Hell, I'll even say if Anatomy of a Fall wins, I'll be fine.
Correct me if I'm wrong though. Last year was it Everything Ever All at Once that won Best Picture last year? Wasn't
Yep.
that kind of surprising? Didn't they have low nominations? I
I
can't
think they had
remember.
quite a bit actually.
Did they?
I think I'm trying to remember which one had the most.
Yeah, I thought for some reason that they were like a surprise win. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember.
Coda was the surprise win of 2021 though, because that had like
That's
only
right. I might be thinking of
3 or
Coda.
4.
I might be thinking of Coda. That's right. So it's
Yeah, Coda
possible.
only had 3 or 4, so
Coda was so good. I love that movie.
I still have not seen it. But
No?
this year, though, I will make it happen. I think before the Oscars, I will make it happen.
Yeah, it's a good movie. For animated,
Let's go to animated.
we have The Boy and the Heron. I hadn't seen it. Elemental, which I'm kind of surprised by.
But I'm happy
Nimona.
it's in there, though, at least.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm stoked for Nimona. Nimona's in there.
Damota's in there.
Robot Dreams, not sure what that is. And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, obviously. I mean,
That's pretty obvious.
it's got to be Across, right? Like that's basically you can put all your money on that
Maybe,
one.
but then again, though, the Golden Globes, The Boy and the Heron won Best Animated Feature. So
Good
that
point.
might signify that Miyazaki might win this one. So, but
That
then
would be
again,
quite
if
the
Across the
upset.
Spider-Verse wins, I'll be like, cool. Like, I'm not upset. I'm not angry. Cool.
I wouldn't fall
But
out of my seat either if Elemental won. They like those Pixar films.
I mean, I'd be fine if that one won. Like if that one, I mean, obviously it would be a big surprise, but I mean, I wouldn't be angry if it did.
Yeah, for me it was fine. It was like Pixar fine on its fine level. But I'm gotta be honest, man. I'll be disappointed if Across doesn't win.
But if we're talking if an underdog would take it home, that'd be Nimona.
Yes. If Nimona won, I would be like, good for you. You little film that could. Because no one talks
But
about Nimona.
exactly, but the one that made me sad, there's no love for Ninja Turtles, which
Yeah.
makes me upset, and no love for Mario Brothers.
See, I
Like,
would easily not Mario Brothers, but I would easily swap Elemental for Ninja Turtles. Easily.
yeah, I look, Robot Dreams. I have no idea what the hell that movie is.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
I don't think it's. I don't even think it would even be like. Okay, if it's actually that good, it better be. It better be for like as far as like my taste goes, quality of Ninja Turtles and Mario Brothers. Like it better be that quality, and if it's not, yeah, take it. I would take it out and put in Mario Brothers. Just saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I can already tell you, like Mario Brothers, I think, well, besides Across the Spider Verse, is the most colorful animated film this for 2023.
It is gorgeous.
Like
It is
the
very
animation
gorgeous.
is beautiful. Like
I just think that movies like Elemental, Across the Spider Verse, and Ninja Turtles kind of pushed the envelope of animation this year more than Mario did.
well, I get that, but it's like they had a lot more with Mario. There was a lot more to work with because of the fact that Illumination was partnering with Nintendo to make this movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So there was a lot more to do, and plus that was the highest grossing animated film of the year. I mean,
yep.
But were you expecting it? Like, were you expecting it not to make $1 billion?
I was expecting it to be the highest grossing film of the year, but I was not expecting Barbie to beat it.
If that was the like, I'm just telling you right now, if Mario was the highest grossing film of the year, I would not be upset.
Like, yeah, well, all the way up until what was it, July? We were all feeling pretty confident that it would be, and then Barbie just came and
hey,
smacked it out of nowhere. Hey, man.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Luke, was what you were calling me about? Is that something you wanted to tell me right quick, or do you want to wait?
There was something I needed to tell you. I'm not going to be available Friday night.
Friday night?
But yeah, I'm not available that day.
Oh shit. Okay, we can reschedule. That's fine. Well, I'll just let John know.
Yeah, but which, by the way, Zach, that's for talking about another episode of the podcast.
So gotcha.
So yeah,
I'll just
we're still killing it. We're killing it with the podcast,
dude. Oh my gosh,
great job.
This past episode was so fun. Overall, I think the turnout was really good. I think it's for sure like we're starting to know what we're doing.
I still remember the short, dude. I still remember the short that Fritsky posted about the Lion King on the episode that Zach was on with us. Every moment.
That was a great laugh. That was a great laugh. Any good laughs we have, I put as a clip.
That popped up on my shorts. I was like, oh, it's me. I wasn't expecting it.
But also another part that I love out of the podcast was also when out of that episode, I should say, was when Zach was talking about the Amazing Spider-Man. I was like, I hate the color grading. It's Spider-Man, and you put him in this gray, dull world.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's Spider-Man.
I have to edit some stuff together, but I kind of wanted to do a clip where I type, because the thing is, Luke and I'm just gonna say it. We're not very when we're roasting a movie, we're not very polite. Zach is the most polite roaster I've ever met, and I want to make a clip called like the most polite roast fest ever or something like that.
I think
I'll take it.
Which one was the roast? Like which one of the roasts were you
the
thinking?
One where he was really going off, but yet he was wording it like so nicely was Dumb and Dumber 2. He was just being so kind with his words, but yet he's basically beating it to a pulp. Which don't go together at all. I don't know how you do it.
I call in the genius of basically roasting, but in a friendly way. Like,
Exactly.
like and the Oscar goes to
Zach
Zach Milne.
Milne.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to my parents.
What'd they do?
Damn. Mad respect there, Zach. Mad respect.
I love my parents.
What about you, though, Zach? What's been going on in the life of the Milne?
I started a new job. That's been fun. Other
Oh.
than that, just trying to keep up with the YouTube stuff. And January's been kind of crazy, so the balance has been a little difficult, but having fun.
Same.
Well, that's good. I mean, I can just tell you the way that you and I started off our year was not very good.
No? You too?
You should probably know what movie I'm talking about.
Oh, movie-wise. Okay, sorry.
I was like, what are you referencing here?
Dude, my breaker blew up. I thought something happened to you too. I thought that's what you were referring to. No, yeah, Night Swim.
That was
Yeah,
a mistake. My bad.
Night Swim. That's the
That
one.
movie was a piece of shit.
Yeah, not something worth diving into. That's for sure.
No pun intended.
No
it
pun
tries to dive
intended.
into the deep end, but it just ends up in the shallows.
Oh yeah.
If you guys want a good 2024 movie to start off your year, go watch The Beekeeper. Like, that's literally the only like really good movie that's out this year right now. Is The Beekeeper.
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet.
I mean, Jason Statham actually playing a beekeeper, and there's quite a bit of bee puns, but
not
it's
surprising.
Like it's warranted because it's freaking he's a freaking beekeeper.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, you want to know who the villain is?
No.
Who plays the villain?
It's not a twist. Just
okay.
Okay. You know who it is from the forefront.
Is it Josh Hutcherson?
Yep, it's Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah, because he's in it. I know that. Okay.
Yep, he's actually our main villain. He's this like crypto billionaire douchebag. So
the best kind.
Then he runs this company that scams people. Because this is the gist of the movie. Jason Statham goes out for revenge against these hives, if you will, of people that scam people out of their money.
Oh.
And Felicia Rashad had about $2 million, and even especially with some of it going to charity, she ends her life.
Oh, well, that's
so yeah, Jason Statham goes out for revenge.
So it's John Wick with bees.
There's not really bees. It's still Jason Statham kicking ass.
All right.
I mean, I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Hey, you want to know something, Zach, about the episode you were on for the podcast?
Yeah.
The fans really freaking came out for you because not only did you had at least to my knowledge, there may have been maybe even a couple more, but you had at least 3 or 4 people come from your channel to come watch, which really made me happy. And also, my fans really freaking showed out because, I feel I'm not going to, I hate using that word. Sorry. My subscribers really showed out. The same day that our episode dropped, I think it only a lot of people showed up for the premiere because I gave leeway to it. And within the premiere, I think there was only a difference of 1 like compared to the first episode. At the time, the first episode had I don't know, 13 likes or something. You had 12 the first day.
Oh, wow.
It was holy shit.
Well, that's very cool.
Day, dude.
That I was that really impressed me.
But that does something, just saying. But back to the I want to go back to the Oscars for a minute. Let's go to Let's go to screenplay.
Adapted or original?
We'll do both, but let's start with adapted.
Okay, adapted. American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest.
I'm seeing Zone of Interest tomorrow.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yes.
I hear great things about it.
Same. My one friend Blair has been literally talking it up to no end, and like she got worried that like she's hyping it up too much, and I'm like, no. If you love a movie that much that it genuinely can't be contained, that makes me like really excited for it.
I think that was also me with when it came to films like Past Lives or Dumb Money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no
the
honesty.
holdovers for me. Standing on the mountain preaching that thing.
And guess what? Consider us all all three of us basically the holdovers fan club hosts. Like,
So good.
I can just say that. But in my personal opinion, I know this is going to come off as an extreme hot take. I would take out Barbie for adapted screenplay. I would replace it with Dumb Money.
Let me see.
Because the reason why I say adapted for Dumb Money is because it's based off of the story of the GameStop stock.
Ah,
Well, and also it's based on a book called The Anti-Social Network,
yeah.
if you will. So it's
Could
like,
you put Super Mario under adapted screenplay? That adapts a lot of stuff.
but the script isn't even. But the dialogue is very basic though, so I wouldn't really do that.
All right, fair enough.
Like, but for Dumb Money, the dialogue is way sharper. Like, it's pretty raunchy at times, but it's like the movie knows it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, Dumb
I
Money
would
is
put
one
that
that
under
passed me
adapted
by.
screenplay. What?
I think the most well, okay, are you talking about screenplays in general here, or were you focusing on it?
Adapted.
Adapted.
Oh, okay. Let me look at something before. Let me research something real quick before I say it, because I want to make sure I'm not wrong when I say this.
I think Barbie's
Yeah.
interesting because all the other places put it under original screenplay. The Academy Awards is the only one that's putting it under adapted screenplay.
Adapted, I
That
don't really
is
care about, dude.
stupid.
Like, I don't. The only thing I really am hoping is that it's not a complete sweep, like for stuff like Oppenheimer or Barbie. Although I can say one thing about Barbie in a second, but I mean, I heard good things about the American Fiction
Me
screenplay,
too.
but I haven't seen it. But it would be really not like, okay. Personally, I see Emma Stone taking the Oscar, but like, let's say that Poor Things didn't win anything, which I don't think is likely. But let's say it didn't win anything, I would be happy if it at least like won one of its nominations, even if it was something like adapted screenplay.
Yeah. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, but I know we've been giving quite a bit of shit to Barbie this evening, but it's like, look, it's a good movie, but it's like I don't think it's like the most Oscar-worthy movie this year. It's not.
I don't either.
No.
I think if anything, it should win for either best actress or best directing, and it didn't get even nominated for either, which is just stupid to me.
To me, it seems appropriate, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Love seeing love for Oppenheimer, hoping for an Oppenheimer sweep. Same here. Love seeing Barbie not up for much. Could have used it being nominated for less. I actually kind of.
Oh my gosh. Well, I could see whose side of the
I know
fence
this
you were
guy
on
really
for
does not like
Barbenheimer then.
Barbie, but it's like, but I'm not. But I get that. I get why people don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
because that's one of those films I'm kind of starting to like less and less as time goes on. Like, it's still good, but it's like there's definitely better movies to watch than Barbie.
I'm sorry, but I would say, even though I don't think either of these two are even in my top 10 of the year, I would say I strongly do prefer Barbie over Oppenheimer in almost every which way.
Oh,
sure.
okay. Well, they're very different movies. So
two against one, homie.
They're very different, but it's like I don't know, dude. Oppenheimer was just not my jam. It's just there's things about it that for sure I could see it winning, but I don't know. That's completely coming from an objective standpoint because I don't really care for the movie that much, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought Barbie had tonal issues. I didn't like the Mattel Will Ferrell stuff, and that comes down to direction. So I don't think that it was the best directed. I think the production of it was amazing. Hair, costuming, all that stuff, all of the bringing the Barbie Mattel toy line to life on the big screen with Barbie Land, all that stuff was done really well. But the acting to me is very sitcom acting for the most part. Even Margot Robbie, I think she's good. I don't think she's Oscar worthy. I definitely don't think America Ferrera was Oscar worthy, or Ryan Gosling. So I'm just
No,
not the
not
Barbie
Ryan
person.
Gosling at all.
I
I not at all.
Actually, you know what? I strongly agree. Ryan Gosling was not Oscar worthy. I don't care what anybody says. No way.
He was
Dude,
fun. I liked him a
Ryan-
lot in the movie, but not Oscar worthy.
Dude, he's fun, but
Yeah.
this is fun. Like, to act like it's this crazy, amazing performance. Like, he is in so many great movies and has so many great characters and roles, and like countless of them.
Like, what
But
about the nice guys?
Ken
Like
is
the nice guys.
Yeah.
but
He was
Ken
in the nice
is
guys.
Ken is not one of them, dude. Ken is not one of them. Like,
He just
No
played
way.
like every dumb Disney Channel good-looking boy character. Like it was like
Basically,
it felt
yeah.
the equivalent to me as one of those performances. Like it just
No,
felt very
I get
sitcom
that,
to me.
But here's my thing here for a second. Like Zach and I were talking about this a little earlier, Fritzky. I wanted to say, I would have, like Zach said, we would take out Ryan Gosling and replace him with either one of the brothers for the Iron Claw, either Harris Dickinson or Jeremy Allen White. I came up with the solution of replacing Ryan Gosling with Dominic Sessa from The Holdovers because he deserves it way more. And plus,
okay.
that's Dominic Sessa's debut role. Like, and that was a terrific performance.
Dude, okay. I can tell you this right now. The most snubbed film when it comes to the Oscars this year. And we all knew this was coming. But if I'm looking correctly, Beau's Afraid didn't get nominated for one thing.
Nope.
Doesn't look
Nope.
like it. That is
Why was it?
freaking
If you were to
bogus.
nominate Joaquin Phoenix, you would nominate him for Beau is Afraid and not Napoleon.
Well, let me just say this. Beau is Afraid not getting any nominations is freaking stupid. Even if it didn't win anything, that not even getting
Where was
one nomination
production
is
design?
ridiculous. It had amazing production design. Joaquin Phoenix played one of his best ever roles and gave one of his best performances in his entire career, and he is a legendary actor, which is saying something. Ari Aster, this might as well be his best directed film, honestly, and it's it's not even my favorite of his three, but it is definitely his best directed film. Like, he took on such an ambitious and bold movie and made it work so well. Like, very few, if not only him, could direct a movie to the scale that Beau is Afraid went. It's honestly like it's up there with everything everywhere all at once level of crazy. Like, it really is that insane of a movie. And the fact it didn't get one thing is just stupid.
It's nowhere.
Screenplay,
Yeah,
it has an amazing screenplay.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, but you okay, Fritzky. I kind of hate to do this, but look. I mean, as much as I love Beau is Afraid, I would have. There are like at least a couple other A24 films that I would say I much preferred than Beau is Afraid. Obviously, Past Lives is one of them, but that's not the one I was going to think of. But I'm thinking of other ones that I think could have gotten more love, like from the Academy. Obviously, the one that would definitely come to mind is The Iron Claw.
Yep.
Yeah, that one got snubbed.
And then the other two are Priscilla, the Sofia Coppola movie about Priscilla Presley, and one that just snuck up in my list for Best of the Year, Dream Scenario, with Nicolas Cage.
Well, let me just say this. if anything, if Beau's Afraid deserved one thing, it is Joaquin Phoenix as a lead actor. Like at
I would
least
have
that
like
at
look.
minimum.
I
So
love
the
Coleman.
question is, who would you take out then?
From what I've seen, let me see.
There's
'Cause
Bradley
I know there were.
Cooper.
There's Bradley
Col-
Cooper, Cillian
Coleman
Murphy, Paul
Domingo.
Giamatti, Coleman Domingo, and Jeffrey Wright.
You want to know my biggest hot take of biggest hot takes?
Are you gonna say Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. Why?
I hate
Because
you.
while he, well, look, listen.
Britsky, I
While,
hate you.
well, listen, you got to let me at least give my reason. While he is good, you have to admit that this is one of those movies. Zach Goller worded it very well. Oppenheimer is another case where it's Christopher Nolan using his lead actor more as a chess piece rather than getting this giant emotional head over heels wild performance. Unlike something like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar or Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, it is not that level of a performance.
I think that is not acknowledging the settledness of the performance, which I think can be overlooked, but is a very impressive thing for an actor to do. I thought there was a lot of settledness in Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, and with that settledness also came a lot more depth.
Exactly. Like that's the point right there about his performance. And plus the thing is, this is a biopic about J. Robert Oppenheimer, the creator of the atomic bomb. So it's like there's gonna like even if he's not quite using his character in the way that he's supposed to, he's still giving levity to it, which is what you need out of a biopic.
That's very valid. But where I would counteract your point there, Luke, is on one thing. The fact that Oppenheimer was a real person gives you a lot to go off of. It's a whole nother ball game when it's a fictional character, and at that an original fictional character that we've never seen before. And somehow, some way, Joaquin Phoenix was fully able to, as he has in the past with say characters like the Joker, completely transcend himself into this person beat for beat that Ari Aster envisioned in his imagination. Like that is another level of craftsmanship.
You could also flip that. First of all, like both arts of the performances are incredible, and when actors are able to do them, like it's phenomenal. But you can flip that and also say doing a biopic based off a real person requires a lot more research and requires, because when you are creating a character from scratch, it's full creative control of what you want to do with that character, whereas Cillian Murphy had to place himself in the body of Oppenheimer, someone that already existed. So he had to go back and look at this man and research and study for this performance, whereas Joaquin Phoenix had a little bit more freedom to do whatever he wanted with it. So both of those are challenging for an actor. Both of those are very impressive for an actor. But I want to give Cillian Murphy the flowers of like that is an impressive thing for an actor to do. It's not easy to step into somebody else's real life shoes.
I think I think they're equally as impressive, if you ask me. When you put it in that way, I think they're equally as impressive because for one, it's like, let's say, like for example, this the screenplay of my short film that I'm planning to shoot in May.
Ooh, little tease.
Small tease, shameless plug. It's going to be really this is my first time directing a short film where there's dialogue, because the last film I did there was no dialogue. But it's going to be really interesting to get my characters to play, or get my actors to play the characters that I envision in my mind, how I see them in my imagination. And when hopefully they'll be able to accomplish that. But I'll say when they accomplish that, that is going to take like a considerable amount of effort on their end that I can't even like fathom, because why, I'm not an actor. But on the other side, though, to be able to play a character who, well, not even, sorry, I'm going to reword that. Not even to play a character, to play a reflection of a real life person, I think takes, like we said, an equal amount of effort. Why? Because you have to mimic for a good part of who they were, how they acted, put one foot in front of the other, things like that. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
let's hit the comments here.
They're both phenomenal performances, though. I think we can agree on that.
We can agree on that at least. But I personally think that Cillian Murphy was better, in my personal opinion. Not to disregard Joaquin Phoenix at all. Like, he's phenomenal in Beau is Afraid, but I just think the way that Cillian Murphy embodied J. Robert Oppenheimer was done perfectly.
I also think Joaquin Phoenix had it easier because they handed him the script and went, "It's called Beau is Afraid," and he went, "Afraid?" in every scene. So you know what? He figured it out pretty easily.
For the record,
Yeah,
I want Paul Giamatti to win.
Dude, I'm with you on that one too. I'll be
Let's
so happy if he
go.
wins.
But it's going to be a war between Cillian and Paul Giamatti. So
Yeah,
it's going to be the big debate.
I
but,
think it'll be Cillian Murphy who wins.
I
Of
do
those
too.
two.
I personally do
Wait.
too.
But I'm not going to be mad about that because I mean he deserves it. But regardless, we didn't talk about the original screenplay yet. We've been kind of going on a little tangent.
Yeah, original screenplay. We've got Anatomy of a Fall, which I hear is fantastic. Can't wait to see
Let's
it.
go.
The Holdovers, which I'm over the moon about.
Go.
Maestro, May December, and Past Lives, also over the moon about. Love Past Lives.
Take out
I
May
think-
December. That movie actually kind of sucks.
I was gonna say I know what Luke wants. May December.
That one to take out. Give me Dream Scenario over May December. I'll take the screenplay of Dream Scenario. And plus, I mean, I think I know one reason why, not only why I would give it the screenplay treatment, but also a good acting treatment. Motherfucking Nicolas Cage. Like, why would I not? I'm a huge fan of the dude.
It's got the cage.
And he's phenomenal in Dream Scenario. Like Fritzky, you need to watch Dream Scenario, bro. You need to watch that. It's so good. But I mean, obviously, Iron Claw would be adapted screenplay because it's the true story of the Von Erich family.
Get Barbie out of there, then. Get Barbie out of here.
Oh,
Put it in the
thank
Iron Claw.
Christ.
I didn't know that was
I brought
adapted.
that up, bro.
I didn't realize that was adapted.
Well, I mean, if I say based on a true story, then it's probably going to be adapted screenplay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want Holdovers to win.
Maestro was also a biopic, so I don't know why it's sitting here in original screenplay. But
I
I'm not
strongly want Holdovers to win original. Strongly.
Me too.
I think that is the best script I have seen all year.
I'd be happy with Past Lives too, though, because that script is just so
Past
authentic.
Lives is probably my second choice for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if we're being real, though, I think the real winner for this category is probably going to be the Holdovers.
I hope so, man. I haven't seen the other things. Anatomy of a Fall, I think, is something we're overlooking because that's getting a lot of praise. A lot of praise. So
that's my highest recommendation out of the Best Picture nominees is the Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah.
That's the one I would definitely recommend most.
I can tell you the one thing the Academy definitely got right this year. They got a lot of things wrong this year in particular. Some that genuinely got me mad, but I can tell you the one thing they got right: Godzilla for visual effects.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
They got that nailed. That's if they didn't, I would hesitate even continuing to even watch the Oscars anymore.
And they got the creator in there too.
Yeah, the creator is visually and Mission Impossible.
Yep, and Napoleon. Which, say what you want about the movie, there is some very impressive visual effects in it.
There you go.
I guess I'll give it credit for that, but it's there are some better visual effects movies that could have gotten some more love than that movie.
That's true.
I'm trying to think.
But it's not going to win, but I would be so happy if it won, and that's Guardians Volume 3.
Oh, hell yes, bro.
I mean, the work on Teefs and Rocket and
Teefs,
Floor,
Rocket, Floor.
all those, Lila, they all look incredible. Incredible what they do with those characters.
Yeah, and I'm looking for ones on the visuals. I would honestly take out Napoleon and replace it with Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
That's a good
There
pick.
is not only is there better CGI, they use a lot of practical effects.
That's true.
So it's like there was more care put into Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Way more care than Napoleon. Because if you look at Joaquin Phoenix throughout most of Napoleon, it's like Wes Anderson wrote his script.
Right.
Because he's so deadpan for most of the movie. And it's like, I'm not getting any emotional crux out of this guy. This is not like Joker. This isn't Beau is Afraid. This is just Wes Anderson, Joaquin Phoenix. Like that's how I felt
funny.
a lot of the time. Even though I thought he still gave a good performance overall, but it's like, why? Like, come on, dude. This is not like a Ridley Scott screenplay. This is Wes Anderson writing Napoleon.
That's funny.
Oh God. I'm gonna lower my score for Napoleon. I really don't care. I'm going down to 2 stars. Because after thinking about that, and because Zach, I rewatched your review for Napoleon, and I'm like, dude, you are so right.
Oh,
Like,
thanks, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, very disappointed with that one.
Biggest disappointment of last year, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, Dial of Destiny was disappointing and all, which I still like. I don't care. Napoleon was the trailers made it seem like this like new grand scaled epic from Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott was kind of like the way that they did the trailer. It felt like Ridley Scott was marketing it to be the next Gladiator, of his filmography. But it turned out to be something like Exodus: Gods and Kings, which, mind you, I don't hate. But it's a very flawed movie. But this was just Exodus: Gods and Kings if it was way more boring.
This was watch Joaquin Phoenix go down on Vanessa Kirby, and occasionally we'll go to a battle sequence.
That's basically what it was. They could not balance that any more wrong.
Yeah.
If you want to know how to balance a love story and a revenge, or not even a revenge story, but an action story in a movie, go watch Deadpool. Like, they balance that perfectly.
Deadpool. That's such an interesting comparison. That's all I was
I don't
expecting.
care.
I can't say I saw that coming. No, Deadpool.
Like, not only do they space it out well, they balance it perfectly.
Yeah. If you want a more entertaining movie, just watch Deadpool.
Okay, the thing is, because Luca's seen so many movies, he can just bring the most like close your eyes, spin around 3 times, and pick a random movie on his shelf, like kind of answers. Like he has like just the memory bank, and it's awesome.
It's very impressive. I've always thought that was
I
impressive.
can tell you this though, like I can tell you this, a film like I said before, like with a film like Knock at the Cabin, I told this to Fritsky when we did our spoiler talk, that it's one of those films that maybe could end up working better for some on a second watch. Maybe not for a lot of people, but I think it would. So that way you kind of get the crux of the story, where to go. And plus, honestly, honestly, it's way better to actually know what you're getting into when you watch it again, rather than being like, okay, I don't know what I'm getting myself into the first time. Oh wait, this is actually not good. Watch it again, then you get it more and more.
More and more and more.
More and more and more.
It's like, I don't know. Shyamalan for me is definitely hit and miss, but it's like he knows he's an imaginary filmmaker. Like, I don't know what else I want to say.
Yeah.
Do we want to do score and song?
Oh, score. I actually want to hear this one.
Score. Original score. American Fiction. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
The score I thought was actually really good for that, so I'll give it credit.
Yeah. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Good.
Oppenheimer.
good.
and Poor Things.
I think all are good choices. In all honesty, I mean, I still have not seen Poor Things, but I already know that's a good choice. And obviously, I still haven't seen American Fiction. I mean, like, even though, again, Dial of Destiny is heavily flawed, the score I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, but
well,
let me
it's
see if I can
John
search
Williams.
for it.
It recycles quite a bit, though.
Yeah, it was John Williams.
Yeah.
Like, even if it does cycle, it still has an original, like, score beat to it. Like, when
That's
you
true.
think about certain scenes. But it works.
I like
So,
Oppenheimer's score.
That score is amazing.
I think Oppenheimer has a great score.
I think that one's probably going to win it.
Of the ones I've seen, yeah.
I think either that one or Poor Things might win original score.
Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon. I don't even remember the score.
I mean, it's on Apple TV Plus now, so I might watch it again so that way I can remember the score. But from what I remember, it was very good. Like,
yeah, I might have to
because
listen
I
to it
only
again.
saw it the one time in theaters, and I did not even have to go to the bathroom a single time while watching that movie.
Yeah, I don't have a musical ear, so like the score in movies, I hear it, but it's just kind of like in the background for the most part. So I'm not someone that usually picks up on scores very well, but I remember Oppenheimer's score pretty well, being really utilized for the atmosphere and the scenes that it was being used in. So I'll go with that
y'all,
one.
I gotta get going, but it was nice chilling and talking about Oscars for a little bit.
Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, you too, man.
All right, you guys have a good one. Bye bye.
You too. Take care.
All right, so yeah, Oppenheimer is a good choice to win Best Original Score, but then again, I mean, it might even go to Poor Things. Like,
yeah.
But all right, let's go to original song because I already know two of them that are in there.
Original song, "It Never Went Away" from American Sympathy. Don't know what that is.
Don't know what that is either.
I'm Just Ken, of course, from
Obviously.
Barbie. What was I made for from Barbie? That's the Billie Eilish one, I think.
Yeah, that was that one. I'm Just Ken and What Was I Made For are the only two that I knew. Like,
The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot. I don't remember there being a song in Flamin' Hot.
But I mean, it's good. It's good to see Flamin' Hot get some love, though.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mess this up. Razzie, a song for my people from Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, I think that was just I think that was just like a song for the Osage Nation, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's good, but also good to see Killers of the Flower Moon getting in for best original song.
Yeah, honestly,
the
dude,
one that I think we already know. Like, I think What Was I Made For is probably gonna win.
Probably, but honestly, I'd be happy with I'm Just Ken. As much as we've been kind of bagging on Barbie, I really like.
I'd be fine with that too, because I can't lie, that song is actually pretty good. It's pretty catchy,
and it works for the character and what he's going through in the movie. It works for the situation in the movie. It fits well in the moment of the movie, and it's a good song. It's catchy.
Yeah, I'm Just Ken. Anywhere else, I'd be a 10.
Yeah, come on. I would be really happy if it won.
But can I call it Oscar? Can I call it snub for best original song though?
What?
Peaches for Mario Brothers.
I can't agree. I understand. I understand, but honestly, when people went crazy for Peaches, I was like, really? I mean,
no, I'm sorry, Zach, but I love that so much.
I'm honestly very happy for you. I'm also happy it's not nominated.
Whatever. All right. Do we got a cinematography one?
We'll definitely skip in documentary because we haven't seen a single thing on here.
And they couldn't even put in still a Michael J. Fox movie. Screw you.
Disappointing. Cinematography, El Conde. I don't know what that is. Killers of the Flower Moon. Wait.
El Conde is actually the new Pablo Larraín film. I've seen that one already.
Oh, okay. Killers of the Flower Moon. Maestro. Oppenheimer and Poor Things.
All good choices. Once again, it's a good category. Glad to see again so El Conde actually got some love. That's good. I mean, it's a good movie for sure, but I don't think it's like It's definitely not the most Oscar-worthy film, but again, good to see another Pablo Larraín film get some more love.
It's hard not to say. I mean, Killers of the Flower Moon look beautiful.
Oppenheimer's going to win this one easily.
I think so too. Yeah, I think Oppenheimer probably has it.
But then again, though, like it's still a really good category because obviously, like I said, yeah, El Conde, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and then
Poor Things.
Poor Things. Wait, was there another one in there?
Maestro.
Maestro. I don't know why I missed Maestro, but Maestro looked amazing with cinematography.
All right, and then we got costume design.
All right, costumes. Let's get it.
Barbie. Killers of
Obviously.
the Flower Moon.
Obviously.
Napoleon.
Yep.
Oppenheimer.
And
Poor Things.
That's actually one of the categories I would agree with for Napoleon. The costumes I actually felt like were actually back in the time period of Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was actually one of the best aspects of the movie were the costumes.
Yeah, I mean, there could be an argument made for Barbie because they did create they adapted costumes from the actual doll sets, so that's pretty impressive. Killers of the Flower Moon also was a period piece, and they did a great job with that.
For the Osage County people. So,
yep.
The costume and the costumes for Killers of the Flower Moon look so accurate to the 1920s.
Really do, yeah. I think of the ones that I've seen on this list, I think Killers of the Flower Moon immersed me in the period the most with their costuming, even more than Oppenheimer.
I mean, because if you remember, this was a story that meant a lot to Martin Scorsese. So it's like, obviously he did a lot of research, but it's like, because obviously this is another true story being adapted. Like this goes back all the way to the 1920s. So the way that he accomplished that, it's like, bro, he got every bit of it just right.
Yeah.
So
no, I think if I had to pick, that would probably be my pick.
God, dude, now I want to rewatch Killers of the Flower Moon.
Well, now you can. It's on Apple TV.
So, I mean, I can. And really quick, hey Paramount, bend me your ear. Give us the U.S. physical release, you cowards. Well, and also in Canada as well.
Yes, please. Yes, don't forget about us Canadians.
I was not going to forget you.
We can probably skip animated shorts. I don't know any of them.
Do you want to list them off here really quick? Because I'm not sure about that.
Letter to a Pig, 95 Senses, Our Uniform, Pachydermia? I don't know. War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko.
Nope.
Live action, The After, Invincible, Night of Fortune, Red, White, and Blue, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
That's the Wes Anderson short film right there, is The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
Oh, okay.
That's a Wes Anderson one, because there's actually a Wes Anderson series of shorts on Netflix. That he did. So, and if you watch all of them, it'll equivalent up to 90 minutes. Because The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar is actually the longest one. I think it's clocking in about 45 minutes. So, I still have not seen it, which I obviously need to because I'm a fanatic of Wes Anderson. But
and then we go to film editing.
All right, editing. Let's hear it.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Yes.
The Holdovers.
Yes.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Let's go.
Oppenheimer.
Let's go.
Poor Things.
Again, all good choices.
I
mean, as long as there was no editing nomination for, obviously, Napoleon, because the editing was not... Honestly, the editing was not very good.
The editing in that was bad.
But
I think this is Oppenheimer.
I'm trying to think of other really bad edited movies of... Well, obviously, Expendables, which I know was not going to get any Oscar treatment anyway.
No.
Because it's balls.
You got to go to the Razzies list to see Expendables.
And thank you for calling it Expendables. That's the right title, because
yes, it is.
Anywhere online, even in the movie, it's literally titled Expendables.
Yep, it's Expendables and Scriforum. That's how those are announced.
Exactly. I wanted to say this really quick also.
Yeah.
If we could, but also Also, after we do the next couple of categories, you want to do a little Razzie talk before we get out of here?
Might be able to. Yeah, I'll just pull that up really quickly so that we're ready to go.
All right, because you know what, we don't know, because obviously we can't just do all the positive stuff. We got to go a little deep dive into the bad stuff. Like sometimes you just got to.
Yeah, we'll do that. That might be fun to end it off on.
All right.
Sound, the
All right.
creator,
Yes.
Maestro,
Let's go.
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Oppenheimer. I mean, it's Oppenheimer, right? And the Zone of Interest.
Good to see the Zone of Interest getting in for best sound, because I think that one got 5 nominations total.
I wish Godzilla was in here. Oh, dude, I know you haven't seen it yet, but that sound design in the theater when he first uses his nuclear breath, it's like, oh my gosh, it hits you. I wish it was nominated for sound. It had fantastic sound design.
Yeah, if you also want one that I think could have been nominated for sound, even though obviously it hasn't been getting any Oscar love at all, which again I think is egregious. But the sounds in the Iron Claw were amazing. Like the sound design, I thought was terrific.
Yep, that's a good point too.
Like especially with the wrestling sequences, like especially the Iron Claw finishing move, like this and everything. Yes, like
yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that movie's amazing.
Yeah, disappointing that they're not anywhere on here. But I'm thinking that's got to go to Oppenheimer, right? I mean, just for that nuclear explosion.
And Zach, can I actually tell you a funny story about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they were about to spoilers, because Josh Peck is the one that pushes the button.
I can't believe it, dude. That was such
he
an
was the one
important
that
role.
pushes the button, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Josh Nichols is the one that's pushing the button.
Good for Josh Nichols, man. He went up in life.
So when Josh Peck pushed the button, when it was doing the countdown, I literally had my ears like this because I thought it was actually going to be a really loud explosion. And then after it happened, it was like completely silent. I was like, "Wait, what?"
But that's the brilliance in the sound choice.
Yeah, but like that didn't make me mad at all because I wasn't thinking for a second that Christopher Nolan was dick teasing me.
Right.
So it's like, because after that happened and then the whoosh happened, I was like, Christopher Nolan, if I haven't loved you to this, if I haven't fucking loved you to this much already, I now do. Like,
yeah.
You are a fucking genius.
I think I got to go with that for sure. And then we finish off with makeup and hairstyling.
All right.
I'm not going to have much to say about this because it's Golda, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and Society of Snow. I've only seen Oppenheimer.
I've seen Golda. Helen Mirren stars in that movie as Golda Meir.
Oh.
Dull. It's a dull movie.
Disappointing.
Yeah. The Society of the Snow I'm actually really interested in. I still haven't seen it, but it looks really interesting for a lot of good things. Maestro is really good. And let's see, obviously Oppenheimer. And was there a Zone of Interest in that one or Poor Things?
It was Poor Things, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, it was
Poor Things. And there's Oppenheimer in here too.
I think even though again I still have not seen it, but because of the prosthetics that they used on Willem Dafoe, I got to give it to Poor Things. Because I saw the prosthetics in the trailer for what they gave for Willem Dafoe's face to make him look like Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's true.
Yep.
I've only seen images like you, but I can see why they'd get in there.
No, I've seen the trailer actually. I've actually seen the trailer for.
That's what I meant. Sorry, that's what I meant.
I've seen the trailer, and for a while though, like before I knew that it was Frankenstein in reverse, I was like, why does Willem Dafoe look like Frankenstein? Like that was the thing that caught me off guard. But then when people saw it, people were like, it's Frankenstein in reverse, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's fun.
So,
all right, well, that's the Oscars. Should we go on to the Razzies?
Let's have a little fun talking trash.
I may not have seen most of these, but we'll start with Worst Picture.
All right, what do we got?
We've got probably your pick, The Exorcist Believer.
Yeah.
Expendables. Meg 2, Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Oh, that. Look, I can. Okay, look. If I was critically speaking, Shazam: Fury of the Gods is actually pretty terrible. But I like the movie, like as a whole. I think it's fine.
I don't even like the movie, but come on, worst picture, calm down, guys. But this will be your pick. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
No, I'm giving it to Exorcist Believer.
Really? Wow. I thought there wasn't a movie you liked less than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah, it's Exorcist Believer. I fucking hate that piece of shit.
All right, fair enough.
Like, seriously. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't care about spoilers, do you?
No, not at all.
So, Ellen Burstyn is in the movie for only 10 minutes, and she has no reason to even be in it, other than the fact to cover the fact that it's an Exorcist sequel. She gets her eyes gouged out by a crucifix. And I was just like, well, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's
And
not
then,
right.
And then at the end, when somebody walks in the room, because she's in the hospital, a woman's hand comes in and she's like, who's there? Victor, is that you? And then a woman's voice goes, no, Mom, it's me. And then she bends down and it's Linda Blair. And I was like, did you really just do that to me?
Ugh. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
good.
And there's quite a few people in the same room as these two girls of different religions. How many people were in the same room as Reagan in the original Exorcist, Zach?
Oh. The one, right? The priest?
Two.
Two?
The two priests that were
I gotta watch
throwing
it
holy
again.
water on Reagan, saying that the power of Christ compels you.
Right.
And plus, and they disregard the entire legacy of the original Exorcist. They make Chris look like a bad mother. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, let's do I have to wrap up. Unfortunately, I gotta jump off, but let's do a rapid fire. I'll read them off and you give me your
I'm
picks
sorry,
for
but
each
I needed to
category.
go on that tangent of how much I hate Believer.
Absolutely, man. Okay, worst actor. Russell Crowe for The Pope's Exorcist, Vin Diesel for Fast 10, Chris Evans for Ghosted, Jason Statham for The Meg 2, and John Voight for Mercy.
Did you say Russell Crowe for The Pope's Exorcist?
Yep.
Take that out. I swear to God. Like, take that out, replace it with Sean Patrick Flannery for Nefarious.
Who's your pick?
Let's see. You also had Jason Statham. You had Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Who else was in there?
Chris Evans for Ghosted, John Voight for Mercy.
As much as I hate to say it because of how much I love the dude, I'm unfortunately gonna have to go with Jason Statham.
Same.
Look, but to be real though, Vin Diesel was not good in Fast X though. Like, let's be real about that. He's
that's
not
also
good in the movie.
true. They were both pretty bad. Worst actress.
I would replace Russell Crowe. Like I said, I would replace Russell Crowe with Sean Patrick Flannery.
Okay.
For Nefarious.
Worst actress: Ana de Armas for Ghosted, Megan Fox for Johnny and Clyde, Salma Hayek for Magic Mike.
Like,
Magic Mike's Last Dance, Salma Hayek, Jennifer Lopez for The Mother, and Dame Helen Mirren for Shazam: Fury of the Gods. That
should be for Golda, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
You
know, she was good in the film, but it's like she really could have done a lot better than what she was really given. Like,
Megan Fox is on here twice. Worst supporting actress: Megan Fox for Expendables, Kim Cattrall for About My Father, Bei Ling for Johnny and Clyde, Lucy Liu for Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and Mary Stuart Masterson for Five Nights at Freddy's.
What? Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, they put her in here.
Okay, look. Her character was terrible. Like, I'll give it that, but her performance was fine. Like, I'm sorry, I would take her out and replace her with the mother of Catherine in Exorcist Believer. Yeah, sue me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, worst supporting actor: Michael Douglas, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Mel Gibson, Confidential Informant, Bill Murray, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Franco Nero, The Pope's Exorcist, and Sylvester Stallone for Expendables.
Sylvester Stallone was only in the movie for like 20 minutes. Like, You think he's dead because apparently a plane crashes and apparently he's inside it. No, he's not dead at the end of the movie. And also, wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I ask you to repeat it because my brain fogs up.
That's okay.
But so obviously Stallone was in there. What else? One of the guys from the Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah. Bill Murray from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay. As much as I hate to say it, keep it in there because he was not very good in the movie.
Yeah, he was only in it for like 2 minutes.
That's another thing. Like, and also, why is Michael Douglas in there? He was good in Ant-Man Quantumania. Like, I thought he was good.
Worst prequel, remake, ripoff, or sequel: Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, The Exorcist
Disagree.
Believer,
Agree.
Expendables, Indiana Jones
Agree.
and the Dial of Destiny, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Exorcist Believer are like the only like really, really bad ones, along with Expendables.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would
Razzies are
honestly take out Dial of Destiny and put it in Meg 2 The Trench. Zach,
you know
I
what?
know
That's
you
a
like
good
that
point.
movie as a
That's a good
guilty
point.
pleasure. Like, I understand that you
Oh, it's
do.
a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie.
But no, I'm speaking on your front because you like it as a guilty pleasure. That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
But again, you really gotta admit that the film looks so freaking fake.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, the underwater sequences are so muddy, you can't even see a thing underwater.
Which brings us to worst director: Ben Wheatley for Meg 2, Scott Waugh for Expendables,
Scott Waugh.
Peyton Reed for Ant-Man and the Wasp, David Gordon Green for The Exorcist, and Rhys Frake Waterfield for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Was Peyton Reed on there?
Yep.
I would I'm gonna look on my list again here really quick.
Sure.
Just for the heck of it, because again, my brain is losing me. I would replace that with Kurt Wimmer for Children of the Corn.
Yeah, I heard that film was terrible.
Terribly directed.
All right, well, there you go. And the last one, worst screenplay: The Exorcist Believer, Expendables, Indiana Jones, Shazam, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's interesting that they don't have Ant-Man on here because they sure hate Ant-Man and everything else.
I would take out Dial of Destiny and replace it with a movie called Finest Kind. It's the Paramount Plus movie with Tommy Lee Jones, Ben Foster, Toby Wallace, and Jenna Ortega.
Oh, wow.
And that film was awful. Like, nothing happens in that freaking movie. Nothing happens.
I'd take out Shazam and put Meg 2 in here. I don't know why they don't have Meg 2 and worst screenplay. That is such a
I would also put in The Good Mother for worst screenplay. Have you heard about the Good Mother?
No.
So it's a movie starring Hilary Swank, who is basically looking out for a guy that murdered her son, and like she has two sons. One of them is Jack Rayner, and then the other one is the one that was murdered.
Oh.
And because it was so poorly made, you know who the killer is within the first 30 seconds of the movie. It's Jack Rayner.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And I'm just like, well, why would you do that? You gave it away.
Yeah, that's lame.
But that's also my biggest issue with It's a Wonderful Knife, that they gave away the killer within the first 5 minutes.
Wow.
But
well, dude, I gotta jump off. I've overstayed my time.
Yeah, but I mean, we needed to talk a little bit of trash, though.
Yeah, you could probably just rename this the Oscar and Razzie's talk with Luke and Zach, because this ended up being really fun.
I need to get a thumbnail for that, and I need to get Jared to make a thumbnail and make it cute. I think I still have your mugshot. So
my mugshot.
I mean your photo. I mean, I didn't know how else to word it.
My headshot, so to speak. I can send it to you again if you need it.
Well, no, I think I still have it. Like,
okay.
So, but if I don't, I'll text you.
Sounds good.
But Yeah, I can send the photo to Jared so that way he can make the thumbnail of Oscar and Razzie's talk with Luke and Zach.
Perfect.
So yeah, there we go.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
this ended up being really fun. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yep, and but also really quick, like always, I want to be able to make sure people can still find you on others. So where can they find you, buddy?
Sure. Yeah, no, yeah, Zach Milne Talks Movies. It's right there. So just type that into YouTube. My face will pop up. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, all the stuff you need to be on to be a YouTuber. I'm on Twitter, and we do a live show every Wednesday. Zach Milne Talks Live, break down the movie news, have a good time just chatting about movies and entertainment and TV, movie reviews, all the movie stuff that you can expect from a movie channel. You can find over at Zach Milne Talks Movies. Love to have you join our community. We're trying to hit 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So why not come and check us out? And if you like what you see, hit that button, please.
Let's go, dude.
All right, man.
All right, but thank you everybody so much for coming in and having fun with our talk. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.